Hey guys, this is my did I like it for Yakuza Kiwami? That sounded funny when I said it. Yakuza Kiwami. Anyways, I've been wanting to try the Yakuza series for a very long time, and I finally decided to dive into Kiwami because it's a remake of the first game. So I'll get right into my four categories here. The graphics slash art style, very simplistic. They couldn't really so they were fine. I like them, but they don't really. I don't think this game counts as much in that aspect because in that regard because basically all you have in this game is humans, like a dog and buildings, like some cars maybe. There's not really like a lot of like high graphic intensive content on this game because you're just running around the city and there's just people, so there's no like dragons or like mythical lands for them to have drawn and made look all pretty. It's a pretty bland game when it comes to just graphics, but that's okay. It's Yakuza. It's basically like Shinmu. Yeah, Shinmu. This plays a lot like Shinmu. The story, I didn't think I was going to like the story as much as I did because it's a very, very political story. My assumption is in Japan there's families, and if you're the head of a family, then you're very successful. And so I'm not going to spoil the story or anything, but like the elevator pitch for this game is everyone wants to head a family because that means like you're the big dog of that family. There's rival families. Yakuza is a family, and someone is murdered. I'm not going to say who. It's very early in the game. It tips the whole story off. Someone's murdered, and so it's a whodunit type of thing. It gets blamed on someone else. People go to prison. Like families start quarreling. People want to just. It's a very political story. But that's why I didn't think I was really going to like it, because I'm not really into. I know I discuss politics a lot on Facebook and stuff, but it's really the most boring thing in the world to me. I don't know why. But yeah, I didn't think I was going to like the political aspect of it, but it's like Japanese political, not American, so the family aspect is kind of cool, I guess. The combat is really cool in this game. I did like the combat. Basically, when you're about to go into combat, like say you're running down the street and like some random thugs want to fight you, they'll just kind of run up to you, and then it'll go into basically like a circle combat area, kind of like even in like a turn-based RPG, whenever you're like in the same area but you just have like a little circle you're fighting in. It's like that, but with button combos and stuff, so like a fighting game basically, which is a lot like Shinmu as well. So it's really fun leveling up all your combat trees and getting new moves, getting new combos. Excuse me. Also, the combat, there's 4 different styles you can do. There was Brawler, Rush, Dragon, and I don't remember the last one. What is the last one? It's the really mean one. He's like walking around like... Anyways. So yeah, the Rush is like you basically switch your fighting style every time you switch to one of those. They're delegated to your D-pad, I think, switching through them. And so you can just switch to Rush real fast. Like he'll be like bloop, and then he's Rush, and he's like glowing kind of yellow, and he's super fast moves, kind of like Law from Tekken, if you remember that. And then if you go into Brawler style, it's more of a I don't know. It's less fast, but like stronger hits, and he can like pick stuff off the ground and hit you with it and stuff. And then Dragon, I think Dragon's supposed to be his best moveset because you have to like unlock skill points for Dragon separately. Like usually you just level up from fighting or doing side quests or whatever. I think it's just from fighting actually. And then you just you use those skill points to advance your tree for whatever style you're wanting to do. But Dragon, you actually have to... This guy right here... Wait, is he on here? Where is he? He's not on here. Anyways, you've probably seen him on some pictures. He has an eye patch. he's just random funny guy. Like, I didn't like him at first, but he turns into like a fan favorite by the end of the game. He you have to fight him a whole bunch of times throughout the game, and by beating him, you like remember your dragon fighting style, I guess, and it levels up. But he shows up in the most funny ways. Like, you'll be like in a store and he's like posing as the clerk, and then all of a sudden, boom, he's gonna fight you. Or like he'll be posing as a police officer, and then boom, he's gonna fight you. He shows up in really funny ways. But yeah, and then the fourth style is like, I forgot what it's called, but he's basically, I think it's called Beast. Pretty sure it's called Beast. He like hunches over all like he's flexing kind of, and he walks all slow, like super slow fighting style, but it hits the hardest. Like, you will knock dudes down easily with Beast. And he can also pick up weapons or whatever, picks up motorcycles and like bashes guys with it. But anyways, yeah, the controls are great. The controls are fine. I don't know about the PS2 version because I haven't played it, but the controls in this game are fine. Okay, do I like this game? Yes, I love this game. Very, very, very good game. All the side quests, they don't feel just random. I mean, some of them feel kind of random, but they feel kind of like you actually ran into that situation, if that makes sense. It's not like, oh, I'm about to fight this demon, and then all of a sudden a little kid shows up and like, can you help me find my orange? Like, it's not like that. It's like, well, it is kind of like that sometimes. Anyways, the funniest side quests are these three thug guys that show up. I'm pretty sure, like, every time he doesn't know who someone is, the name that comes down is like one guy was like, guy with the big head. Like, that's what he named him, I guess, because it just says guy with the big head and that guy's talking. This game's in all Japanese, by the way, so you have to read subtitles, but it's fine. Oh, there's the guy with the eye patch. See him right there? Yeah. Okay, anyways, the funniest side quests are these three guys that show up, and like one of them will run into you and kind of fall down, but like really dramatically, and he'll be like, oh, you broke my leg, and he's like freaking out, and then his friends are like, oh, you broke his leg, so you have to pay us now. And your dude's like, I'm not paying you. I think you can pay them, but I never paid them. And then they're like, well, we're gonna beat you up then. So you beat the shit out of them, and then all of a sudden he's like, oh, you must have popped my leg back into place. And then they run off. And then he shows up later and like does the same thing like over and over again. And he's always like, oh, you fixed it. Like, he's actually not hurt. I don't know. I thought it was funny. But yeah, great game. Play it if you've never played it. Bye.